So the bear market is probably the best time to start accumulating assets or investment instruments that you really want. And today we'll be talking specifically about crypto, but more specifically as a Singaporean, where can you buy them, where you can trade them, and which exchanges you should consider. So to start trading crypto, you will need to get crypto first, obviously. But one of the biggest hurdles here in Singapore is converting your Singapore dollars into crypto like Bitcoin or Ethereum, because there are some hard regulations and the collapse of major exchanges that has smashed us really hard in 2022. So we might not be out of the water with crypto, but if you're looking to purchase some crypto through some platforms here in Singapore with Singapore dollars, here is where you can start. As a disclaimer, these exchanges are in no order or ranking, just some that I'm using right now. So before we move on, links to all these exchanges will be in the description down below, and by using those links, I do get a small referral fee, but you do not pay anything extra. The first exchange you can consider is Independent Reserve. So if you haven't heard of them, Independent Reserve is a licensed and audited exchange by the MAS in Singapore. So IR or Independent Reserve started in Australia, and we did a video on how you can use IR to purchase some crypto. So I've been using IR for the past 2 years or so, and I mainly purchase Bitcoin there to hold. So while the offerings at IR might not be the most comprehensive with 19 different tokens, but when we reviewed the exchange in 2021, there were only 4 tokens if I'm not wrong. But now there's more offerings which open doors to more investors who are looking to invest not only into blue chip tokens, but tokens like Doge, Matic, and even Sand. There is nothing too fancy with Independent Reserve, and it works as it should with order books and all that tools that you require, and I mainly use these to purchase crypto, and then I move them into either DeFi or another platform depending on the type of trade I'm looking to do. So fees wise, if you're looking to deposit more than $1,000 into Independent Reserve, there is no deposit fees. But if you deposit less than $1,000, there is a 2.5% fee that you should take note of. So ideally, you might want to deposit a lump sum at once instead of multiple small deposits, which can hurt you in the fee department. So trading fees wise, it's at 0.5%, it's the cheapest in this list. But if you do high volume trading, you can reduce your fees to 0.02%, but that's at like 200 mil, which is a hell lot of money. So the withdrawal fees here is a little bit different. So withdrawal fees are $1.50 through Fast to any bank, or Swift transfers to DBS accounts. And any other way of withdrawing will cost you as much as $20 to $25, which I think many of us here will not use. So crypto wise, there's a long list, but the major ones like Bitcoin is at $10 or roughly 0.0003 Bitcoin, and Ethereum is roughly $10 at 0.004 ETH. And definitely there are cheaper ones like Doge, which is at 5 Doge for withdrawals. But do take note that these fees are mainly to cover the transaction cost or the processing fee that the network charges. So having said that, Independent Reserve has a pretty neat feature called Auto Trader, where you can auto buy crypto, you can auto basket, or even auto schedule crypto. So auto buy allows you to automatically set a specific percentage of your deposit used to purchase crypto that Independent Reserve offers. And auto basket, it works a little bit different. So when you deposit money into Independent Reserve and then you activate auto basket, the strategy will purchase a weighted basket of crypto automatically for you. So the basket that it will be purchasing is 64% in Bitcoin, 29.8% in ETH, and 2.8% in XRP. So think of it like a crypto ETF where you get major blue chips, and with whatever amount that you deposit, they will just purchase it accordingly. So the last one here is auto schedule. So with auto schedule, they will use your account balance to buy or sell crypto on a specific date that is set by you. Personally, I think the auto basket will be something that I'm keen to use in the future, maybe for an experiment if my wallet allows me to do that. So with all that said, the only bad thing about Independent Reserve is the withdrawal process. So to start withdrawing crypto, you need to verify that you control an external wallet by depositing a predefined amount of crypto into Independent Reserve, and from there they will verify your address. Otherwise, you can always reach out to the customer service, which does an amazing job at replying really quickly. So next up, we have CoinHako. So CoinHako is kind of like the pride of Singapore, right? They have been here around for a long time, and that was since I started dabbling in crypto in 2016, 2017. These guys have been around.
Someone who's been here a long time.
So CoinHako has a license from MAS to offer digital payment token services in Singapore. So CoinHako is pretty easy to use, and more often than not, you'll be using the app more than the web just to buy and sell whichever crypto you want. So on CoinHako, there are no deposit fees, which is fantastic. And the other thing is you can always deposit money through PayNow, which is super fast.
Isn't it fantastic?
But with CoinHako, there's a fixed $2 withdrawal fees, and that's a little bit more than independent reserve. And trading fees wise is at 0.6%, which is a little bit more, nothing too crazy. Unless you're trading a huge amount, then you would want to speak to their CoinHako treasures, which is mainly for AI or II users. So the transfer fees on CoinHako for crypto is pretty similar to independent reserve. You're mainly paying for network fees, but it seems like CoinHako's fees just a tad higher. But I think that's pretty negligible.
Just a tad bit more.
So now let's talk about features. CoinHako has a few features that I like, but the one I like the most is the earn feature, though I haven't been using it. So basically the earn feature allows you to deposit crypto, and in return you get a small yield based on your token holdings. So the API really varies depending on the token or the project and how long you deposit your funds in there. But something to note that this earn feature gets bought out really quickly, so it's first come first serve, and that is why I haven't been able to try it. Similar to independent reserve, there's a recurring buy feature as well that allows you to purchase crypto as low as $5 on a daily, weekly, twice monthly, or even a monthly period. And then you can also set the specific time and day that you want to purchase these assets. So now the bet about CoinHako. So CoinHako do offer a lot of assets, but before you purchase these assets, do understand that there are some assets that are only for trading and they cannot leave your CoinHako wallet. So for example, if you look at my balance right now, I do have some DAS tokens, but I'm not able to send or receive these tokens like Rune, DOT, and BNB. So if you're looking to trade these tokens or purchase them to trade onto DeFi platforms, you might want to double check before depositing your funds into CoinHako. Last but not least, we got Gemini. So Gemini has gone through some FUD with Genesis, which was the partner for their Earn program, which I loved a lot. But since Genesis was embroiled with FTX and subsequently filed for bankruptcy when FTX imploded, which kind of mean that the money I had in Gemini Earn, it's gonna be more or less gone. But as an exchange to purchase token, I think Gemini is still pretty okay to use, because at the end of the day, we just need an entry point to help us convert our Singapore dollars into crypto that we can use for DeFi. So the fees on Gemini works very differently from the other exchanges. So if you're trading less than $15, you'll be paying $1.50 in fees, which is roughly 10%. And from $15 to $35, the fees are like $2. From $35 to $70, the fees are at $2.75, and from $70 to $250, the fees are $4, and anything above $250 is at a 1.49%. So definitely the fees are not the lowest amongst the three exchanges that we are talking about, but if you're looking to trade stable coins like GUSD to SGD, the fees are at 0.01% for taker and 0% for maker if you activate the active trader, which is a small little icon on your app or on the web that you have to turn on. So I used to use Gemini quite a lot, but now there's no more Earn product. It kind of makes Gemini less attractive than the other two exchanges that we talked about. Although Gemini do offer one free transfer a month, which means that for high trading fees that you pay, you get free crypto transfer, which is still pretty okay in my books. So right now you must be wondering, which exchange should I use? So all the three exchanges that we talk about are pretty good exchanges to use, but if you're looking for low fees, independent reserve is one to consider because the trading fee is at 0.5%, which is pretty good. But you have to take note that there's a minimum deposit of $1,000 to take full advantage of that. And that aside, it also depends on the tokens that you're looking to buy, because independent reserve has less than 20 tokens, which might not consist of tokens that you're looking for. So Gemini on the hand has a whole bunch of tokens that you can trade, but the fees might not be the lowest of the lot. Moreover, with the Genesis saga, we are not sure what's going to happen in the future. But right now, for me, I think the middle ground will be CoinHako with a slightly higher fee, but with a few more tokens to trade or pick from. And between CoinHako and independent reserve, I will go for independent reserve because the main tokens that I use are Bitcoin and Ethereum, which then goes into the DeFi platforms. However, if you're not planning to go DeFi, then CoinHako might be a good option to just buy and sell crypto, make some money, and then you take the profits out. So that brings us to the end of today's video. If you want to support the channel, I've left links in the description down below, and by using them, I do get a small referral fee that helps to pay the bills, and you don't have to pay anything extra. So I hope this video has helped you guys a little bit, and if it did, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and as always, stay safe, invest safe, and I'll see you in the next one.